Thanks for listening to Late Nights with Lexi on KLMU, Sexy Lexi Sundays. I have sexy actor Joe Hospiter in the studio today.
I can barely contain myself, it's so sexy in here.
Well, thank you. I'm glad. I try to keep it pretty hot in the studio. But I love having actors on my show.
I know, that is crazy. I heard that you had Dane Cook on the show.
Yeah, I did have Dane Cook on the show.
This is the greatest comic of our time, Dane Cook.
Hey, what's up? Maybe one of the coolest introductions I've ever received.
Well, good. I'm happy about that.
Oh my God, how was that?
He's so cool. Dane Cook is like just a classy guy.
Just class act.
Yeah, he's classy, and not only that, he's a role model. He's a really genuine person. He cares a lot about giving back to the fans. And I think that's really important, to be just giving back and appreciative, and he's really humble for someone who's so successful.
I was just so thrilled that people came and supported the tour, because I paid for that whole tour myself. I rented those arenas. I basically just footed the whole bill.
Really smart. Doesn't drink alcohol, which I was shocked to learn.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm just like, wow, really fortunate to have him on the show. Really cool guy.
One of the things that I really wanted to do this year was kind of like the tour, just reaching out, hanging out, whether it's, performers or, interviewers or, I don't care, writing a book, whatever it is that people are doing. I'm more interested in finding people that are trying to break through and trying to build something for themselves.
I wish him all the success in the world, for sure.
We love you, Dane, if you're listening, but you're not.
Yeah,
okay.
Dane Cook, the greatest comic of our time.
Yeah. You just got cast in a show on campus, didn't you?
Yes,
yeah.
I did.
On what was it? Stages of AIDS, right?
Yeah, I was cast in Stages of AIDS, and I'm really excited because I was actually craving to do a dark play, something I really wanted to do a dark role. So this is amazing that it happened. Hey guys, thanks for listening to Late Nights with Lexi on KLMU, Sexy Lexi Sundays. I have two very special guests in the studio. I'm so excited. Director David CRABTREE and award-winning actress NICOLE GERTH. And they're here, and they have a film called Broken Dreams, which I absolutely love, and it's opening next week at the Other Venice Film Festival on October 16th at 1:30 p.m. in Venice. This film is so moving, and I'm so lucky to see it before it opens that I recommend everyone listening and watching goes out to see Broken Dreams. So thank you so much for coming into the studio today.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks for having us.
This is fun.
This is awesome. So this film deals a lot with fear and loneliness, which are universal, primal emotions that we all experience, which was really cool. And as an audience, we're lucky enough to experience those emotions through your amazing performance, NICOLE.
Thank you.
So if you could talk a little bit about how, as a director, you got that performance, and how, as an actor, you performed and delivered, because it was really moving.
Well, NICOLE and I think that we had a lot of fun rehearsing this, and I did rehearsals at my house for about a week before we started shooting, and so this was something that we worked on together, and Jeff Wallace, my co-writer, wrote this monologue. I barely touched a word in it. He did such a great job with this monologue. And NICOLE just really took it and ran with it, and really made it personal. And honestly, I mean, in terms of the way the material worked, in terms of the writing and the performance, I mean, I've really got to give so much credit to Jeff Wallace, my co-writer, and to NICOLE GERTH, who just really brought it. And also, I really got to give a lot of credit to Eddie Navarro, who was in the scene with her, because their chemistry was so incredible together. And that is something that really made NICOLE shine, and it really made Eddie shine. Their characters, Johnny and Julie.
Come on, let's get the hell out of here.
I mean, NICOLE's character brings out so much in our star, Eddie Navarro. So much so that we actually wrote additional material after we had shot the principal photography to put more scenes of Nicole in there. Wow. And to bring out more of that parallel storyline. So I would say, I've got to give a lot of credit to Nicole on that. So I want to hear what Nicole has to say.
Well, thanks, Dave. That was, it goes, Dave said it right away, having Eddie Navarro, my scene partner. Eddie's great. He's been a longtime friend, and we do have good chemistry. We just click really well, and we talked a lot about what the story is about. What are we talking about? And right away with my character, it was her overcoming her fear of being lonely and feeling shut out and individual, or being lonely and singled out and not really expressing herself. So I talked a lot about that with Dave and Eddie, and I just got really specific with what I was talking about, and the faces that I was imagining, and just because I think everybody feels that way at some point. I mean, I did at one point in my life, and I don't know if you did, Dave, but
everybody can relate to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everybody can relate to fear. I mean, everybody's afraid of something, and for your character, your character is afraid to go outside and face the world.
Exactly.
Working really hard on this documentary.
And then I just roll back out to sea again and again. That's my life.
And I actually, there's something I want to say about that particular scene too, that I think is really interesting. Nicole, we shot 2 takes actually in both directions. We shot 2 takes with Nicole.
My God.
And she brought the tears, and she brought the emotion, and she brought the realism both times. And by the way, before I go any further, Nicole has won 3 Best Supporting Actress awards for this role in Broken Dreams. And this scene has
Congratulations.
Thank you. It's been great.
Wait, let's stop there. Let's
Okay.
just do a quick sidebar.
Yeah.
So you won 3 supporting actress awards.
I did.
Please tell us the 3 festival awards.
Let's see. It was the Buffalo Niagara Film Festival, the Accolade Film, Television, and New Media Awards, and the Los Angeles Real Film Festival.
Wow.
So
Bravo. That is excellent.
Thank you so much.
Actually, the other point I'd like to make about that is most film festivals don't have acting categories. We've only been in 3 competitions or festivals that have actually had acting categories, and Nicole has won all 3 times.
Amazing. Amazing. I'm so happy for you. That's awesome.
Thank you. It's been great, and I couldn't have done it without Dave and the whole crew and Eddie. He's my, he was my scene partner, and he's awesome. And it's been great, though. It's like my first awards, and I'm just like,
it's so amazing.
I got the Buffalo Niagara Film Festival statuette, and I'm just so excited about it.
Oh my goodness. Do you have them all just like lined up?
I only have one. I haven't bought the other ones.
Yeah, you
yet.
gotta buy the other
You
one.
have to
I know.
buy them?
Yeah, you do.
You have
That
the privilege
is
of buying
not
the other one.
cool.
Yeah. So.
But
Yeah,
you
what are
should
you gonna
probably
do?
buy it anyways. Just stack them up.
Yeah. I think
So tell me, is there some element of truth that is based in your real life experience at all whatsoever?
Well, there's a lot of truth, I think, for a lot of us. But as far as my co-writer, Jeff Wallace, is actually a recovering alcoholic. And so when it comes to issues of addiction, he really understands that. And one point that he made very clear was addicts don't hurt themselves as much as they hurt the people that love them and the people they love. And this movie tells that story, in a very strong way. And there's a very strong message regarding that. So it's very personal to Jeff. It's very personal to our 3 lead actors, which are Eddie Navarro, Jake Olsen, and Kelsey Ford, who play Elizabeth, Ryan, and Johnny, because they actually they collaborated with Jeff and I to create the story. They were involved from the very beginning. We created characters that were really very right up their alley, and characters that they could relate to, not only because they're the same age, but because they actually helped create these characters with us. And that was the interesting thing about casting with this movie. This movie was not cast in the typical way, whereas you bring in, you create characters and then you bring in actors and they audition for 2 minutes and they go away, which really tells you nothing. It tells you very, very little, and then you do callbacks and you get another 2 minutes. I cast this movie by being in a class and watching these actors perform for 8 months, and I saw them do so many different things. And I really knew what was right up their alley. And some characters, when we started to think about a character, I already had an actor in my head. And so we started to create a character in that direction. And what we did is by bringing in Jake and And Eddie and Kelsey early on is Jeff got a chance to hear their voices like I've already heard their voices. So we were writing characters that were very much, you know, they talk the way they talk. They, you know, they kind of think the way they think. And so that's why I think these performances are so real, because they're very personal to these particular actors.
Wow. That in itself is so unique and incredible.